Good day and mabuhay. So now, let's talk about the five, five things that teens struggle with. Depression, bullying, academic problems, and peer pressure, social media. So depression is a common mental health disorder that negatively affects how you feel, the way you think, and how you act. So depression, it's about the depressed. So depressed ka sa kuan, sa klase, sa mga activities. Mag-loss, interest activities. So bullying. Bullying involves repeated aggressive behavior with an intent to harm another person physically, emotionally, or socially. So bullying. Yes, bullying is understandable na tayo kay. It is because bullying. For example, when you were part of the LGBTQIA community, of course, you've got discrimination. Because those people who are belong in LGBTQIA community, or you are gay, lesbian, of course, you've got bullying. And then academic problems. So academic problems refers to difficulties related to school or educational performance. So academic problems. So of course, academic problems is about the academic. And what we call this one? Academic problems is about the academic, mga problems mo sa academic nga lisod ka nimo kuan basta mo na siya. And then peer pressure. So peer pressure is the influence exerted by peer group on it individuals members to fit in with group norms and behaviors. So peer pressure ang peer pressure is mag-cause ka ng anxiety, mag-loss imong mga kanang mga energy, and then that is. And then social media. Social media allow users to create and share content or participate in social networking. So social media, of course, alam na nating lahat nga.
Good day, I am Mark Angelo A. Almerol, and for today I'm going to discuss about pleasant stress or eustress, negative stress or distress, and lastly is eustress. First, pleasant stress or eustress is experienced by one's body as an unpleasant stimulus but becomes a source of motivations. This happens when the achievement of a goal is expected. For example, they may feel stressed about an exam but know that they have prepared enough to be able to do it. After a while, they might feel a sense of accomplishment or pride. Another example of good stress. Imagine you're a musician preparing for a big concert. The excitement, the challenge of perfecting your performance, the anticipation of audience reactions. This is eustress. It pushes you to practice harder and perform your best. Next, negative stress or distress causes pain in the mind or in the body that makes the person literally sick. This results from the hopelessness and helplessness caused by the stressor. For instance, an architect graduate who failed in board examination despite an intensive review got so frustrated, which is enough to stress the body and mind of the graduate architect student. And the last, eustress. This neutral or negative stress is caused by disturbing event that does not affect a person directly, but it may trigger anxiety, sadness, fears, and other stressful feeling. For instance, if one hears or read in the newspaper that a child is kindness One would be upset deeply and the would experience emotion related to stress, but his response is just mild because he is not directly involved. Another example of news stress. Let's say you hear news report about major traffic accident on highway you usually travel on. While you weren't involved, the news might still cause a slight feeling and or worry in event thought is directly affected your daily life. This is news stress. Um, the end of my videos. Thank you and
So good day. Next will be the psychological stress. By the way, my name is Marilyn Velasco, and today we will explore the concept of psychological stress, its causes, effect on mental health and physical health. So, psychological stress refers to the mental or emotional strain or yung pagkapagod caused by challenging or threatening situations that often leading to physical, emotional, and cognitive symptoms. So, when individuals perceive their demands exceeds their ability to cope, so kanang dili na bitaw nila kayang atubangon ang usa ka butang. So, for example, a student facing multiple assignments, so and project and exam at the same time, so she or he may experience psychological stress, leading to anxiety, fatigue, and mental confusion. As they feel overwhelmed by all the tasks they need to complete. So, psychological stress may be classified into frustration, pressure, trauma, conflict, and change. So, first is the frustration. So, frustration occurs when a person is unable to achieve their goals or desire, and it may lead to feeling of annoyance or dissatisfaction. So, for example, a student who studies hard for an exam but still fails, so she may experience frustration because he feel upset that their efforts didn't pay off. So, next will be the pressure. So, when we say pressure, it is the feeling of being pushed to meet high demands or expectations, often causing stress due to time constants or performance challenges. So, for example, is if an employee feeling pressure to meet a tight deadline at work. So, next is the trauma. So, when we say trauma, it is a severe form of stress caused by experiencing or witnessing a life-threatening or deeply disturbing event. So, for example of trauma, so if a person who survived a car accident may experience psychological trauma, leading to nightmares, anxiety, or even the flashback of the incident. So next is the conflict. So conflict occurs when there are opposing demands, desires, or values, leading to stress due to the need to choose between them. So for example, an employee might experience conflict when they are offered a promotion that requires to working longer hours, but they value spending time with their children and fear it will negatively affect their family life. So, next is change. So, when we say change, it is a stress from change occurs when a person must adapt to new situations. So, environments, or environment, or expectation, which can be overwhelming or uncomfortable. So, for example, moving to a new city for a job can cause stress due to the need to adjust to new environment and familiar routines and building new social sections. So that's will be all for the psychological stress.